a little bit to get here, and now we have the finalists. And I told Bader and I told Fedor, I said, well, I'm sorry you have to train through Christmas, but it'll be worth it at the end. So we'll finally have a heavyweight champion, and we'll crown them on the 26th. Let's open it for questions.
Is Fedor in the finals the ideal scenario for you walking into January?
You know, I feel like as a promoter, you know, like whoever wins the matchup wins, and that's it. I mean, if he would have lost, Chael is a great promoter himself, and you know that would have been a great fight with him and Bader. Now, both of them, I think, would have been interesting matchups, but you know, anytime Fedor steps into the cage, it's a special, historic moment, and I think we'll have another piece of history on the 26th of January. I'd say I think they both look good. You know, I think Chael can take a punch. He took some shots, and I tell you, I have not seen those two guys scrap like that in a while, and they're going at it. You know, in fact, Herschel said to me, because is Fedor mad at Chael? Like, did something happen to him? And I said, well, you know, they're trying to fight for the same prize to get to the finals. But in all seriousness, it's you know, it's Chael. Show me why you know he is who he is, and Fedor, you know, he just stepped up, and I think that it was a great win for him.
Any more questions?
Scott, this week Chael went on a show. We got a debate whether Fedor's in his prime. Do you think Fedor made a statement that he's still in his prime?
You know what? I'll tell you. I love the countdown shows that our guys have been doing, and you know, when I watch those countdown shows myself as a fan, and when I saw him hit the mitts, I'm like, man, this guy still has that twitch speed. He's so fast. He's so explosive. He hits hard, and that's something that's not going to go away. The speed might go away, but the power doesn't go away. But the speed, he still has that speed. You know, so to me, it's pretty impressive, man. And I think the reason why is that he just has not stopped training. He's always in shape, and he's always trained, and always, you know, like he's never stopped training for long periods of time. So, you know, it's been a great journey for him. You guys know how, you know, the history of Fedor has been. It's been a great ride, and to me, he's the greatest of all time. And he's got a worthy adversary on the 26th. Ryan Bader showed me that he can control a big man and do what he needs to do to win. And you know, he's going to try to do that to Fedor, and does Fedor have some tricks up his sleeve? And we'll see. It's going to be an interesting fight.
Scott, when you guys were drawing up the brackets, what's the possibility of things that when you were looking at it? Is that one of the fights that you consider like a big fight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that a lot of people felt that Ryan Bader was a favorite to get in on his side, and Fedor as well. But you know, if you know, Frank Mir would have won, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised either. These are big guys throwing big punches, and you know, all it takes is one clip and it's over. So, you know, in the heavyweight division, you never know.
These back-to-back events seem to be working out well for Bellator. Do you plan on, besides the Hawaii event, working on more in the future?
Well, I don't know if my staff would agree with you, agree with me, but it's been really taxing on the staff, and I'd like to thank them because they did a great job of executing this event and the one last night. I think that you know, our original reason of doing the event so close was we didn't want to give one fighter an advantage over the other, and next week was busy in both buildings, so we had to do it all this weekend. But it's a taxing, you know, proposition, but at the end of the day, our guys pulled it off, and you know, if we have to do it again, we will. But that's the reason why we did it. We didn't want a fighter to say, "Oh, he had two more weeks of rest than I did," and you know, he had 2 more weeks of, you know, knowing who he's fighting. And so, you know, to me, that was the reason why we did it back to back.
What's right here? Check Kong goes down 11-2 in the promotion. Is he the likely #1 contender for the winner of the record?
I think we have a couple options there, but you know, Czech has really impressed me his last couple outings, and that's a Czech that I remember from before, and that's a Czech that we've been waiting to see. And for him, I'm really. I told him when I was coming in here, I said, you know, Czech, I'm really proud of you because you really showed me that you really wanted it and you're stepping up, and this is the Czech that we've been expecting. And so, to me, look, we signed Minnikov back, right? We have some great heavyweights here already, and Czech's another guy, and then you know we're gonna just have some great matchups in the future in 2019 in the heavyweight division.
Is there a set date and venue yet for the?
Yes, It's January 26th in Los Angeles at the Forum. Yeah.
Scott, any update on the welterweight Grand Prix, certain dates? We got the matches, we're gonna have all the dates.
So we just announced the fight December 15th in Honolulu, where we had the Ilima McFarland fight against Valerie. Machida will be fighting our former champion, Carvalho, at that fight, and Ed Ruth will be fighting Neiman Gracie at that fight. So that will be our second round of the tournament. That fight will be on DAZN. On Saturday night, we announced at a press conference in New York City this past Thursday that on Friday night it'll be on Paramount Live. It'll be Michael Chandler fighting Brett Primus, Frank Mir will fight Javier Ayala, and we'll have 3 more fights added to that. There'll be 2 big tentpole events, and that won't be free for the troops. So we're doing a show called Bellator Salutes the Troops, and it's going to be a great week of festivities in Honolulu. We're going to take all of our top athletes that are not fighting, and we're going to take them to the base and give value back to the men and women that protect this country.
Scott Coker, now what would it mean, in your view, if on January the 26th at the Forum, Fedor Emelianenko managed to win the Heavyweight Grand Prix at the age of 42? Where would that put him in the pantheon of the greatest mixed martial artists?
I already feel like he's the GOAT. He has nothing to prove. To me, he has nothing to prove. He's doing this because he wants to compete, and he's had some tough opposition. And you know what? If he won the tournament, I'd be happy for him. And I think that this is something he really, really wants. Listen, everybody knows that Fedor's been fighting for a while. He was the king of Pride, and then he fought for me in Strikeforce, and now he's here in Bellator. But he's already proved everything. He's the GOAT, and whatever he does now will just add to the legacy of Fedor.
Did you think tonight, though, that like you said, the way that he tossed Chael off him twice, he was on the bottom, his hand speed, things like that, that were very prominent tonight.
Yeah, he looked like a fresh fighter that wanted it badly. That's what I saw out there. I saw somebody that really wanted to win. And the fight had some great transitions back and forth, some great sweeps and hip throws, and it's takedowns. It was just a great fight, and it was action packed. I mean, I really enjoyed watching it.
He's got there some reaction on that, despite some
I mean, come on, that doesn't even deserve a response. I mean, to the people that are saying it. And listen, Chael got clipped. He told me, he said, man, he hit me, and he hit me really good, and he was done. So that's it. But with Chael, the thing with Tito, he let him go or something. Come on, why would you do that? You're a professional athlete. You're a fighter. He wants to continue. He wants to go to the next round of the tournament. So that's just all rubbish.
Why do people move to that so quickly? Why is that?
It's like, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's they see Chael. He's got this character, and then I think they just feel like with Chael, it's just like this character. So maybe that's what they're thinking. But if you had Fedor punching you and kicking you and kneeing you like he was doing today, that was real. That was not fake.
Scott, would you like to see Chael stay heavyweight, or go back to 205, or
Exactly what you said is going to be up to him. I mean, really, now that the heavyweight tournament, for him is over, he'll have to decide. If he wants to fight at 205, we've got some great fights for him at 205, but he's going to have to make that decision. So we'll talk to him. I think he might like that. I think he might like to fight at 205. And that's a fight I would like to see, right? Maybe that's a fight we can put together in the future. But let's get through the heavyweight tournament, and then we'll talk to Chael. But to me, it makes a lot of sense for him to go to 205 and fight our top guys. Well, you know what? He called me yesterday and he said, hey, what's going on with this? And I said, well, the commission's involved, and there's a lot of steps to that whole situation. But I'd like to just I told him, I said, hey, let's just take care of it, because it really has nothing to do with Bellator. That has to do with the commission. fighter and the league. So that's their business. Well, I think what he means by that is like him as like a manager, or like he's. But I mean, 50 Cent has, when he's talking to an athlete, that has nothing to do with Bellator. I can't tell 50 Cent what to say or not say. Believe me. Yeah.
Scott, can you explain? You're on your own now. How has been the public reaction to that? And also, what kind of changes should we expect? Like, for perhaps the European cards, one complaint is that they've been delayed in America. Any chance we won't have delays anymore?
Yeah, there's a. You know what? It's something that we're really, really close to making it perfect. We thought we had it together on the Channel 5 show in San Jose. DAZN's been a great partner. They have been supportive, and they have Japan. Like tonight, the fight was there in Japan because it was on DAZN. I was watching it on DAZN live on my little phone as the fight was going on. It was pretty cool. But when I think about the partnership, it's exciting because the international territories that they want to go to, we would like to go as well. The thing with Channel 5 in the UK, we got cut off, and that was unfortunate. And we didn't have it dialed in for this fight because we have to run commercials, and this could have run over, and then we could have another, Pepe the Pig situation, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So it is on Channel 5 now. It's a 12-hour delay from yesterday and today. But I think, in the next month or so, before December, we will have, this all worked out and done. I promised Gareth that we would have it fixed. So, Gareth. Yes, exactly.
How about the 5-round main events? I know I keep asking you, and you keep saying we're going to give us an answer.
Oh, I see. You mean as far as like
last night, for example.
Right.
Any chance you're going to change that to the 5 rounds?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, we talked about, but we have not committed to it. We are having the 5-round main event for the welterweight tournament because Roy's in the tournament and he is our champion, so the title will continue with the champion, whoever the champion is, so it'll be a title fight every time. But, as far as the main event being 5 rounds, just to have a main event be 5 rounds, we're still going to hold it to our championship belts.
How many Russians guys will we see in the next one?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure. But, listen, we have a lot of great Russian fighters here in Bellator. Koreshkov is amazing. We have 4 or 5 fighters we just signed from Fedor's group. We have Fedor Emelianenko. We have Tokov, the fighter you saw today. So, we're going to continue our commitment to the Russian athletes.
Was tonight the last fight on Best?
I'm not sure, but I thought he looked good. He was entertaining, and I could probably have Rich or Mikey back to him.
What are your thoughts on the other promotions that DAZN is working with Combate Americas and KSW? Any thoughts of possibly a co-promotion?
You know what? I mean, KSW, we have a good relationship with Martin. We've talked about it. It's just the timing doesn't work because of the fight here would be 2 in the morning over there, just the same thing like the broadcast for Channel 5. So it's tough, but you know what? I think that it's a possibility, but it's not something that's evident in the future.
One last question. What do you think about another brother, Emelianenko, in Bellator? About Alexander?
Alexander, you know what? I think he has some problems getting licensed here in the States, and I don't think that will go away. So I think that he has some issues to take care of. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.